Hi, this is Irene Anggreeni, and today I'm going to talk about fear, specifically about how to overcome it. So, in the follow up of my previous masterclass, which is about moving beyond survival mode and start healing, there was quite a few questions about fear. And fear, survival mode, they really go hand in hand. If we look at fear, it is a very basic emotion. Animals also experience it when we feel threatened in our safety or in our integrity or in our values or in the things we care about, in our loved ones threatened. And it's not a good or bad emotion. It really serves that function to keep us alive and well. What happens also, our body, our nervous system is activated, and there's a lot of biochemical response going. There's stress hormones released to prepare us for that explosive action of fight or flight. Yeah, so it is something very embodied. But the threat, when we talk about the threat, they can be real from outside, but they can also be from inside. Yeah, so it can be also very internalized fear, which could come from our upbringing or our conditioning or modeling. Maybe in the family, there's a certain theme about about fear, around fear, or could be from our past experiences as well. And when we have that internalized fear, there's our mind, our body are not in optimal state. So they are not in this balance, harmonious homeostasis state. And it's a bit like, a car with the engine revving while there's nothing going on. So it's also a bit similar, like our nervous system is highly activated. There's still like this cocktail of fear, stress hormones going on in our system, while perhaps the threat has passed or that it is actually safe, but we still feel that threats from within. There is like physical effect of fear, especially if we carry that long enough. There could be tension, there could be pain, or perhaps like other diseases, physical disease, autoimmune disease. So it is really I think we owe it to ourselves to start looking into our fear and to process it. And that's really my invitation to you today, to not push away fear, and to not suppress it, to not ignore it. It doesn't mean that we are validating that fear, but it's really just to acknowledge, okay, there is fear, and to perhaps even say, hello fear, I hear you, I see you, and hear out, what are these fears about. I will share with you some practical steps to shift fear into whatever you want it, into creativity, into flow, into more spontaneity, into action, or a sense of safety. Before we go there though, let's go first to our body, because that's really the important foundation in this work. And our body is also taking a toll when we internalize fear. To help our body return to its balanced state, to its homeostasis, I'd love you to reflect a bit. How does fear look like in your day to day? And it could be, paralyzing for some people, but it could also be really subtle, like when you are procrastinating or delaying something. I do that, by the way. It's also usually there's underlying it, there's a mild fear for something. So if you tap into these moments in your day-to-day, you could sense usually there's physical sensations that come with it. It's very diverse. I cannot prescribe what it is to look for, but it could be like a sense of numbness or stuckness, stillness, but it could also be like agitation or restlessness. So it is like rolling, broiling, and just to acknowledge those sensations, because this is also something that that we can work with, because basically to help our body return to its more balanced state, we need to allow this energy that is in our body to be released in a safe, gentle, respectful way. And one very easy way is to really bring movement. So whatever movement is being called by this, what you feel in your body, like maybe there's this agitation, restlessness, okay, maybe you want to shake, or if you feel very sluggish, very stuck, very numb, okay, maybe a little activation, to take a walk outside. So the key is a bit of listening to what your body needs actually, to make space, to kind of release, to allow that energy of fear, of survival, of fight, flight to be released from your system. Once you work a bit with this, there's also something that I love doing this every moment when I'm aware of my body, to really lean onto something. So I'm leaning on my chair right now. When we have that awareness, okay, I'm leaning against something and it's supporting me, it's solid, it is sending that signal to our body, okay, there is support. I can rest a bit, I can allow myself to calm down. And perhaps even take some moment to enjoy your breathing. And with your breathing in, notice the sensation on your back. It's shifting with your breathing in and your breathing out. There's a shift in your relationship with this, whatever it is, your back support. And this really leaning into a sense of support that also sends a signal to our brain or nervous system. Okay, there's some solid ground here that helps us cultivate that sense of safety, which is the antidote of fear. If you find yourself in a more regulated state, there's you feel there's more space, you're not like on the edge, like highly agitated, you can also have a look if you have that capacity to integrate some smart risk-taking actions. And this could be really embodied as well. Depends on whatever movement practice it is you're doing. Perhaps like you do sport, like or you swim, and kind of a very simple risk-taking action could be, okay, can I push myself to swim faster, or to take more laps, and that actually could create an empowering experience, but also you come out safe from this experience. It's not like you are really shaken afterwards. So it is something that you can add into your practice to also increase your your capacity for resilience. We test ourselves, and then we have the empowering, the safe feeling as an outcome. So that is your daily practice that you can cultivate. Those are some practical steps involving your body that you can start already today. And the idea is really that through this engaging in embodied action, that you create space as well in the mind, so that we can look at our fear with more clarity. So I'll share in my next video more practical steps to shift fear with our mind. I'll see you.